Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Quartet Lesson 1 Part 2 Practice Livestream. Tonight we're going to be practicing ために、ための、がきっかけで、ようになる、ようにする, and noun plus によると. This is, of course, the Part 2 grammar video. We did Part 1 a couple weeks ago, so if you want to see that one, you're here after the fact. You can go ahead and click maybe up in the corner. If I remember to put it there, maybe it'll be there on the replay. Just letting you know that these are the new colors for the intermediate live streams. We've got light blue for the grammar points, dark blue for JLPT N4, and all these colors for the other JLPT levels, and later quartet lesson vocabulary, so ones that haven't shown up yet, are going to be this color. But before we get started, you know that I always have to do this. This is the new ToKini Andy website. We have Beginner Japanese with Genki 1, Genki 2, and Intermediate Japanese with Quartet. These are the various courses that we have, with a writing course coming soon. And if you click on a course for only... if you click on a course, we've got vocabulary videos, grammar stream cuts, bonus sentence and grammar videos, textbook practice videos, listening and shadowing videos, workbook time, reading and writing, challenges, tests, and extra links and resources. If you click on any part of the lesson, you can go ahead and click Mark as complete to mark when you're done with the lesson, and that will show up over on your progress here on the main page. It also shows up within each of the courses. Right here, see, 9 out of 113 sections completed. Yeah. So we've got stuff for Genki 1. So Genki 1 is pretty much all finished. Genki 2 is pretty much all finished, although we're adding stuff all the time. And Quartet, we're working on new stuff for that every week along with our live stream. So that is everything that's available for one low price of $10 per month on the ToKini Andy website. You get all of the courses, except for the writing course, which isn't out yet, on ToKiniAndy.com. So that's that. And we're back over here. So just had to get that out of the way today. Hopefully everyone can hear me. How is everyone doing tonight? Before I say hello to everyone, let's go ahead and bring on Yuki. Where is Yuki? There she is. So how's everyone doing today? Who do we have with us? We have Come to Japan Dan. We have Come to Japan Dan, our trusty mod, and Lena and Lynn, Michael, Yuki, of course, and Courtney. Thank you for stopping by. Courtney is basically the reason that the Genki live streams exist. She inadvertently gave me the idea to try those out. So everyone should throw her a thank you in the chat, as I just mentioned in chat. But I hope everyone's having a good day. Happy Sunday. Today we're going to be practicing Lesson 1 Part 2. But anyway, let's see what we have in chat before we jump into anything serious. I'm drinking stuff with carbonation in it, so it tends to come up. Not really a good idea during streams, I guess. Michael says thank you. Nice. I'm doing what Michael, ToKini Andy, and got into my ear and it wasn't a pleasant an ant got into my ear and it wasn't a pleasant experience. That happened to me once when I was a kid, when I was very young. I think I was 7 or 8, and my uncle used a vacuum cleaner to get it out of my ear. Hope everyone is having a great Sunday. It was okay. Meh. Very meh. 皆さん、こんにちは. Orlinda Vales. こんにちは. Petovnikov says, ありがとう. Big thanks has come to Japan. どういたしまして. Nice. Alright. はい。
コーテットのボキャブラリーはカテゴライズですって言わなくていいの？
まだ出してないからまだ言わなくていいかな。レッスン2からだから。はい。Yuki wants to mention, でも I think it was Lynn that mentioned Yeah, we've been working on getting the vocabulary videos for upcoming quartet lessons categorized into verbs, nouns, and things like this. So, Yuki's been working on that this week. So hopefully the next vocabulary video should be out next Saturday or Sunday. And that will have all categorized vocabulary. So it'll all be in sort of like a Genki format, instead of in the current reading 1 and reading 2 format that is in the textbook. So hopefully you guys will find that a little bit more useful. So in the practice streams, we usually go and do the question time from each of the sections, plus an extra question time question for each of the sections, so that we can get a little bit of practice. If anyone's here for the first time, just figured I'd mention that. The first section tonight is in order to with ために and ための. Remember, ために means basically in order to do something. So we have a verb in the dictionary form plus ために and then what it is used for. So I went to Japan in order to eat ramen. ラーメンを食べるために日本に行きました. And then with nouns that come after it, it means that thing is for some purpose. So in this case, これはラーメンを食べるためのスプーンです. This is a spoon for eating ramen, or this spoon is for the purpose of eating ramen. Also, it's a renge. I should probably show you guys what that is because last time I didn't. レンゲ。それ？
わ、ひらがなだと思うけど。
レンゲ。
漢字がわかりません。
それじゃないな。あ、これだ。これ。This spoon right here. This is for eating ramen, so just an FYI. レンゲ。
そのさ、フラワーレンゲは何？
I have no idea. So, the first question for this question time, one thing I forgot to mention, I wanted to put it on the slides this week, but I forgot to do that, is if you have any questions that are unrelated to the current section, just basic Japanese questions, please preface that question in the chat with capitalized question and a question, followed by your questions so that it's easier for us to find. There's not too many people here today, so we shouldn't have any issue seeing all the questions or getting to all your comments, but just in case. And when you're answering a question, so when you're making your own sentence, please preface it with Q time so that we know that that's something we have to translate. Yuki's going to be reading out all of your sentences today instead of me, and I'll be translating them and adding any corrections that need to be made. So that's how we're going to do it this time. It's going to be a little bit different than normal. So, the first question time is, why are you studying Japanese? And please use ために. So, for example, 周りの人と話すために日本語を勉強しています. I'm studying Japanese in order to speak with the people around me. And Yuki will read that one out for us.
はい。周りの人と話すために日本語を勉強しています。
So, go ahead and make your own sentence. You can use basically from ために to the end, you can just copy that and just change what comes before it. Remember, your verb needs to end in the dictionary form. So, 周りの人と話す in order to speak with people around me. That's my sentence. Why are you studying Japanese? So, change the beginning. ために日本語を勉強しています. And preface that with Q time. And Yuki will be reading out your sentences tonight. So that should be exciting.
本当？
何が本当？
よろしくお願いします、皆さん。よろしく。
It's a quiet night tonight. I didn't use the everyone tag in Discord tonight intentionally, but I guess that's okay. Oops. I'll get to that in a minute. Sweet. All right.
もうみんな、コルテットまで追いついてるってことだよね。ここに来てるってことは。どうなんですかね。
そうだね。大体の人かな。もうちょっとこっちかな。はいはいはい。そうそうそう。
はい、すいません。
いえいえ。And yes, coming to Japan, Dan, thank you very much for saying hit the like button. It's free, it's easy, and it's fun. I agree. I'm a bit late. My brain is loading. Konbanwa, says Felipe. My brain is loading too, so don't worry about that. Konbanwa. All right, we got our first sentence. Yuki, お願いします。
ニコが言ってきた。はい。もっと賢くなるために日本語を勉強している。素晴らしいと思います。
はい。
あ、もっとあっち行けだこれ。
いやいいけど。In order to become smarter, I'm studying Japanese, or I'm studying Japanese in order to become smarter, wiser, clever. A lot of different translations of 賢く, but those are a couple of them. No instead of と.
No.
You don't need any no. No, you don't need the to either. So もっと賢くなるために So you don't need no or to.
しまった。本当だ。とがいたわ。
Missed the to ね。Okay, next sentence, please.
No to
So you don't need no or to. It can just be なるため。
はい。次、リンのやつね。 日本に旅行するために日本語を勉強しています。はい、いい感じです。
Hey, perfect. And I'm studying Japanese in order to travel in Japan or to Japan. Hey, Michael sentence.
あ、はい。オタクの顔が半分になってる、ね。そう。オタクの友達に自慢するために日本語を勉強している。オタクの友達だよ。
オタクの友達に自慢するために日本語を勉強しています。In order to basically boast to my nerd friends, I'm studying Japanese. So I'm studying Japanese in order to boast to my nerdy friends. Okay, Mark and Kyushu.
はい。私は妻の家族と話すために勉強しています。優しい。
Perfect sentence. Okay. And I'm studying Japanese in order to speak with my wife's family. Nice sentence.
はい。漫画を読むために日本語を勉強しています。
Perfect. I'm studying Japanese in order to read manga. When I move this mic, do you get like a lot of feedback, guys, or is it okay? Because I'm going to keep doing that.
はい。
はい、Qタイムモード。
はい、Qタイムモード。違うよ、Qタイムだよ。モードをするために日本語を勉強している。
いいね。I'm studying Japanese in order to do my modding. Awesome. I hear zero, there's no feedback. Sweet. Okay, so that means this stand is quite nice. I can shake it around all I want. Sweet. Someone just sneezed really loud outside. Okay. All right, good. So we can just keep switching this over to Yuki there so that she doesn't have to keep cutting her face in half. はい。それはいいけど。俺の顔も勝手にハーフしてる。
ハーフで行った方がいいんじゃないかっていう逆に。
まあね。でもね。はい。All right, good. So those are some good answers. I think that's probably all of the answers we're going to get for this section. People are starting to trickle in a little bit, so maybe we'll get some more answers for the next section. But the next question, if you're still working on your first sentence, don't worry, we'll be happy to read those out as well. But the next question is, describe your favorite item that you own. So, my favorite item. We'll have Yuki read it.
はい。コーヒーを作るための機械です。
That's my favorite item ね。コーヒーを作るための機械です。Also known as a coffee machine. So, I don't want you to tell me what the item is. I want you to describe what it does. So that's what I want you to do in this section because I could just say, コーヒーメーカー. I could just say something like that or コーヒー、なんていう
コーヒーメーカー。
だよね。コーヒーメーカー。合ってた。So you could just say what it is, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to describe its function using ための. So you put the what type of thing it is. So here it's 機械, a machine. And what is it for the purpose of? Making coffee. So コーヒーを作るための機械です. That's my favorite item that I own. Well, not really. It's probably this thing right here, this computer. But the coffee maker is a close second. So yeah. So I want you to describe your favorite thing. Tell me what it's for, not what it is. Maybe we'll try to guess what it is. Andy, look into Tascam Mini Studio, super affordable and great MIDI audio interface. It would be an easy way to get Yuki a mic. Yes, we did. It's the same camera as before. I just sort of messed with the settings and I split it up and like zoomed us in so you're not looking at our pants instead of our faces. I'll check it out. Come to Japan. Yeah. We do have multiple mics, but without an audio interface, it doesn't quite work having both of them. But for now, this is okay. I can just pop it over there.
すごいストレッチだよね、このアームが。どういう意味？タスカムミニスタジオって何？
タスカムって会社じゃない？でミニスタジオってそのものの名前じゃない？Q time! Pitovnikov! Here we go! はい。
紐を弾くための楽器です。わかったぞはい。紐を弾くための楽器です。私わかるそれ。
So, an instrument for the purpose of plucking strings, basically. Interesting.
でもそれさ、
I know what it is. It's clearly a guitar, but
でもさ
I'm not sure if that really works. まあね。
バイオリンもそうだし。
Violin would work as well.
ストリングスがついてるやつ
But the
全部そう
instrument isn't for the purpose of 紐を弾くためじゃないでしょ。そういう楽器。
ストリングスの楽器は紐を弾くための楽器だからいいんじゃない？
まあそう。
うん。
音楽を作るための楽器じゃないの？音楽を作るために紐を弾くんだけど、
音楽はその後じゃない？紐をこうやって弾いてねドラムをこうやって叩いたりしてでほらセッションが始まってきた。
でも理由は何なの？
わかんない。
Anyway,
わかんない
it works. It's fine. It's fine. Next one, Felipe.
はい。音を作るための機械です。音をかな、音を作るための機械です。
Good. A machine for the purpose of making sounds. Yuki said synthesizer, maybe? Synthesizer? Come to Japan. I'm in Fukuoka too. Woo-woo. Oh, that's right. You're using a USB mic. Yeah, I'd have to get different mics for us. A synthesizer. Wow.
Yay!
Good guess. Nice. I've still never been to Fukuoka. Gotta get down there one of these days. Oh, Q time. Lynn.
はい。ビデオガムをして YouTube ビデオを見るための機械です。パソコン？
ビデオガム？
でもビデオガムって何？
ビデオガム。What's ビデオガム？ビデオ画面 maybe? Did you want to say 画面？
ビデオガム？
ビデオ画面？まあ、
でもラップ
画面はビデオ画面だけど。We're not sure what ビデオガム is, but we're guessing it's a laptop. So it's something... ビデオゲーム。なるほど。
なるほど。
ビデオゲームをして YouTube ビデオを見るための機械です。なるほどね。It's a right, Michael, you got it. Nice.
すごい。
Right, so we're guessing a computer. So a machine for the purpose of playing video games and watching YouTube videos. Got it. Okay. Spay certus. So the only thing we want is Michael's spelling there is correct. A video game.
うん。カタカナで、いいね。もうマイクをやってくれてあるんだ。はい。写真を撮るための機械です。ここにあるやつじゃないですか。
A machine for the purpose of taking pictures, or a mechanism, or an appliance, or an apparatus. 機械 can be described as any of those things. And yes, that would be, I'm guessing, a camera. So an apparatus for the purpose of taking pictures. Nice. Just checked out your channel, Mark. Nice. I'll check it out too. Mark in Kyushu. Well, looks like we have a new member on ToKiniAndy.com. Thank you so much, Martin. Appreciate that. I forgot to mention that we now have PayPal available on ToKiniAndy.com. I meant to mention that in the intro, but that's okay. I forgot. That was important, actually, to mention in the intro, but I'll just mention it next week. I'll mention it. Try to remember next week. Yeah, it was a big deal. A lot of people were asking about that. Anyway, good sentences. All right.
私もなんか言いたい。
Oh, Yuki wants to make up a sentence. Iyo, while I type this in, go for it.
はい。出てこない何にも。
なんだよ。
なんだろう。マイコがそれ来た。いいね。電子書籍を読んだり、友達とチャットしたり、YouTube を見たりするための機械。パソコンじゃねえか。
An apparatus for the purpose of reading electronic books, chatting with friends, and watching YouTube. I'm going to guess a phone, a smartphone. Not a computer. I'm going to guess a smartphone. You can do it, Yuki. 頑張って。
超簡単なのしか思いつかない。
いいじゃん。
はい。 ご飯を炊くための機械です。
An apparatus for the purpose of cooking rice. I bet you guys can guess what that one is. That's Yuki-san's. All right, so our next section that we're going to move on to now is ピンポンスマホです。よし。
スマホなんだ。パソコンじゃなかった。
All right, guys, the next section is the reason I do this with がきっかけで. So remember, がきっかけで. Before that, you need to have a verb in the short past tense followed by no or こと. Then the particle がきっかけ is a noun, and the de particle is how this works. So you follow that up with whatever the answer is. So this basically means the original reason for something happening or your original motivation for doing something. That's what きっかけで. If the thing that is the reason for whatever you're talking about is an event or something, then it's just the noun plus が particle きっかけで. And that's why you need no or こと be after the short past tense, because generally this takes a noun, right? The が particle and きっかけで is modifying a noun. And no and こと turns the verb in the short past tense into a noun, allowing you to use this. So, for example, 新しい仕事を見つけたことがきっかけで会社を辞めた. The cue for quitting my company was that I found a new job. So the initial reason. So I found a new job, and that's why I quit my current job. So that's what きっかけで is all about, giving the initial reason for something new happening. So the first question time today is 何?
はい。何がきっかけでこのチャンネルに来ましたか?
What was the initial reason that you came to this channel, as in ToKini Andy, this YouTube channel? And an example answer might be?
はい。元気を探したのがきっかけでこのチャンネルに来ました。
The initial reason I found this channel is because I searched for 元気. So 元気を探した. So that's in the past tense. Searched for 元気. No, the no particle or the what's the word I'm looking for? The nominalizer turns this into a noun, which allows you to put the が particle after it and have きっかけでこのチャンネルに来ました. So everything after that no, you can basically copy. So がきっかけでこのチャンネルに来ました. You just need to think of, the initial reason and put that into the past tense. Unless if it was an event, you can just use a noun on its own. So this can be sort of your basis for making this channel. What is the initial reason you came to this channel? All right. ちょっと水ちょうだい。
どうぞ。あ、そっか、もう8連目は嫌だよね。
いいけど。ユキが読んでる時にはならばいいかな。お願いします。Thank you. All right. Thank you.
リンは新しいライスクッカーを
Rice maker, I just bought a new one. Nice. Rice makers are very nice to have.
ケーキ焼けるからめっちゃよくない?
Yuki likes to make cakes in rice cookers. They actually come out quite well if you make them in rice cookers. You can make a lot of different things in rice cookers, not just rice. Rice is just one of many things that you can use rice cookers to make.
ステューみたいなのもできるしね。なんかああいうスロークックみたいなやつ。
But we've never done that.
めんどっちいからね。
ね。
ご飯がいるからね、私たちは。
そうだね。All right. You're probably going to be getting one soon, so let's prep up for here.
早い。ピトくん早い。はい。元気を復習したかったのがきっかけでこのチャンネルに来ました。したかったのがきっかけ。OK。はい。
All right. The initial reason I found this channel was because I wanted to review Genki. Perfect sentence. So yeah, you can use the past tense of want as well with this. It doesn't have to be just the past tense of a verb. I think we figured out last time that it could also be the past tense of adjectives. I think I can't remember for sure. But definitely we can do things like したかったのがきっかけでこのチャンネルに来ました。So that's perfectly fine. And good sentence. Nice. こんにちは、洗濯。How's it going?
こんにちは。
Michael!
洗濯ありがとう、コメント。はい。基本的な日本語を教えるチャンネルを探したのがきっかけで来ました。すごい日本人のような。
Nice sentence. So I was searching, the initial reason I came to this channel was that I was searching for a channel that taught basic Japanese. Perfect. 実は何がきっかけで、きっかけか忘れてしまいました。You forgot. Fair enough. はい。
はい。リーのやつ。
そうそう。
はい。元気のライブストリームがきっかけでこのチャンネルに来ました。
Nice.
はい。ありがとうございます。
The initial reason I came to the channel was the Genki live streams. Nice. Cue time from Orlinda Vales.
はい。優しくて楽しい説明を探したのがきっかけでこのチャンネルに来ました。
Oh, thank you. So the initial reason that I came to the channel was that I was searching for a easy and fun explanations. That's the initial reason I found the channel. Nice. Good sentences,
ありが
guys.
とうございます。
So far, no corrections to make on this one.
ね、みんななんか完璧に作ってくるね。
Not bad.
本当に私がただ読み間違えてるわけじゃないのかな。
まあ、
楽しい説明を
探したのがきっかけでこのチャンネルに来
ま
ました。合ってるよね。基本的に日本語を教えるチャンネルを探したのがきっかけで来ました。OK。元気を復習したかったのがきっかけでこのチャンネルに来ました。Yep. All good.
そう、みんなね、完璧ですよ、なぜか今日。
Excellent job.
なぜか今日。
All right, we're going to jump on to the next question. Well, if you're still working on the last question, that's perfectly okay. Just let us know if you need to see it again and I'll pop back up. But the new question for tonight is, what event was the catalyst for you becoming friends with a close friend that you have now? So, here's mine.
はい。飲み会がきっかけで友達になりました。
So a drinking party was the catalyst. That's another way that you could translate きっかけで if you wanted to, for us becoming friends. So yeah, one of my best friends, quite a few of my best friends are good friends from meeting them at drinking parties. That's Japan for you. So you can name the event where you met them, or you can use a verb if you'd like to, if it's a little bit more complicated than you could just fit into an event. Anything is fine, but everything after がきっかけで you can just copy if you'd like to. 友達になりました. So please tell me an event that was the catalyst for you becoming friends with a close friend that you have now. きっかけがねないのかよ。
ある、絶対あるでしょ。
I think I went to Come to Japan's channel first. I think I found you and I commented on one of your videos and then you commented on one of my videos. And then a few weeks later we did a collaboration. Come to Japan Dan was the first YouTube channel that I did a collaboration with, guys. That video is actually, there's two videos, one on his channel, one on mine, and I still think they're pretty good. Tips for learning Japanese. Check those out. ここに来てから日本語のレベルが随分上がりました。確かに随分上がりましたね。
いや、上がりすぎちゃう。すごい。
超早い。
すごいよ。もう、ビヨンドジャンプっていうんですか、そう。
Very, very fast learner ね、マイコ。
すごい。
Excellent.
じゃあ、
Q time.
ピートくん早い。ピートくん早いね。一緒に幼稚園と学校に通ったのがきっかけで友達になりました。仲良さそうですね。
Excellent. 確かに幼稚園からの友達なんてなかなかいないね。
ねえ。だって。
That's possible.
日本だとね、結構中学まではみんな一緒みたいなやつ、
まあね、確かに。あ、はい。
はい。日本語を一緒に勉強したのがきっかけで友達になりました。
Oh, very good. So, the initial or the catalyst for us becoming friends was that we studied Japanese together. Don't forget to put the no after 勉強した. So 勉強したのがきっかけで and you'll be all good. All right.
はい。同じクラブで会員したことがきっかけで友達になりました。会員だったことがかな。
そうだね。会員 probably isn't a する verb. You're going to use だった。So you want to say 同じクラブで会員だったことがきっかけで友達になりました。So we became friends. The initial reason we became friends, or the catalyst for us becoming friends, was that we were in the same club, or we were members of the same club. 会員だったことがきっかけで。
そうだね。
would work.
なるほど。会員だけだとナウンだからってことか。だっただとでしたってことだもんね。ただですますってことだよね。
そう。
はい。
まあ別に同じクラブで会員
でもさ、会員になりました。会員になったことがきっかけ。
That would also work ね。なる would also work. So、同じクラブで会員になったことがきっかけで。会
員するという動詞はないんだよね。
No する verb. Yeah. So you can use になりました。So になった or だった。Either way would be fine. But yeah, one of those would make it work for you. All right. Oh yeah, that might be true, Dan. I feel like I might have commented on one of your videos before that. I remember her video though, somewhat. I think she was in Japan for a little while and then she moved to Korea and she made a video about something about Japanese and we commented on it and then yeah, then we started talking. I can't remember exactly though. Nice. All right, we'll give everyone a couple more minutes to answer the question and then we'll move on to the next section. Flying through them tonight.
お金がきっかけで喧嘩になりました。
どういうこと？
やべ、なんでもない。やべ、すごいすごい
全然違うこと？
きっかけでの文章。
作ろうと思って。そう。友達には関係ないじゃん。
そっか、友達にならないといけないんだ。
そう、喧嘩になったりするんじゃなくてね。
喧嘩になっちゃうんだ、これじゃ。ダメだ。
ちょっと違う。I need a haircut. All right, so it looks like we're done with the answers for tonight. So let's go ahead and move on to come to do with ようになる. So ようになる is it's like you started to do something that you didn't do before, or you became able to do something that you couldn't do before, or when it's a negative that comes before ようになる, it means you gradually stopped doing something that you did do before. So that's what ようになる was. So the question time for this one was, what is something you can't do now that you want to become able to do? Can you read the sentence out and then Michael's question time?
はい、了解です。ピアノを弾けるようになりたい。
I want to become able to play the piano.
Me too. はい、マイコのやつ。お互い困った時には救い合ったことがきっかけで親友になりました。いいですね。
The catalyst for us becoming friends was that when we were both in trouble, we helped each other out. That was the initial reason or the catalyst for us becoming friends. That's a good way.
アニメのさ主人公の
Yuki said it sounds like an anime, the start of an anime story, or two anime characters, the story of when they met. Michael is an anime character. You didn't know that?
そうなの
All right, so something that you'd like to become able to do.
いや、そうじゃないよね。
そうじゃないよ。Something that you'd like to become able to do that you can't do yet. I'd like to become able to play the piano. I probably never will, but Probably.
なるんじゃない？
アニ
アニメキャラです。
アニメキャラです。
アニメキャラでした。
はい。
はい。よく歌えるようになりたい。
I want to become able to sing well.
でもそれ上手にか。
そうだね。よく歌えるようになりたい。Sounds more like frequently. よく is more frequency. So I want to become able to sing often is what I want to, become able to sing often is what that means. So you want to say, as Yuki put, 上手に or うまく歌えるようになる would be okay. うまく or 上手に歌えるようになりたい。
でもピト君ってさ、バク転できるんだよね。
歌うことには全然関係なくない？
知ってた？ジャニーズはバク転できれば歌えなくても入れるんですよ。
あ、そうですか。Yuki said that Johnny's
とかな。
in Japan that even if they can't sing, as long as they can do a backflip, they're good to go. So you should be fine, Pitov. Nikov, Khaled Diaz, how's it going?
歌の歌詞を理解するようになりたい。理解できるようにかな。
できるようになりたい。So できる is the potential of する。So 歌の歌詞を理解できるようになりたい is what you'd want to say there. And I'm assuming you mean Japanese songs or just songs in general. It doesn't really matter. Either way is fine, but yeah, you'll want to say できる instead of する。
もう一回読んだ方がいい？
フェリペ。
はい、フェリペ。はい、ベースを弾けるようになりたい。
Nice. I want to become able to play the bass, says Felipe. Nice. こんにちは、Prashant. How's it going?
こんにちは。
スペイ。
はい。配球をできるようになりたい。バリボーですよ。
配球をできるようになりたい。I want to become able to play.
見てる？
I want to become able to play volleyball. Yuki's asking if you are watching the anime. She loves Haikyuu, the anime. Linz.
はい。JLPT これ 3？JLPT3？
3。
はい、JLPT3 を通るようになりたい。なりたい。なりたいよ。なりなくないよ。最後。
そう。多分スペリングミスじゃない？そう、なりたいね。なりない。
合格できるようにかな。
そうだね。I guess you can. I guess a translation of toru does appear to be pass a test, but I don't think it's used very often like that. So what you'll use instead is 合格できるようになりたい。So full sentence JLPTN3 を合格できるようになりたい。
さ、
はい、
JLPT のテストどういう風になってるかわかんないけど、なんかさ、いくつもテストあんの？いくつもあんの？
もちろん。
まずライティングがあって、その後それが合格したら
違います。
スピーキング。
全部一緒。
じゃあ合格で、通る使うときにはそれで
next get to the next test
そうあるときは一時が通ったら2回スピーキングって感じ。
Yuki said that when toru is used when it's talking about passing tests is when there's more than one test and you need to pass the first one in order to be able to take the next one. So this toru means to pass through something, right? Not necessarily to pass like an object on the road. It means to go through something. So you get through the first test basically to the next step in the test. So that doesn't quite work with JLPT because you can take any of the levels whenever you want. You don't need to pass N3 before you're allowed to take N2. You can take whichever one you want. So you'll use 合格。大好き says chill dude. ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。それ私も入ってる？
はい、選択。
はい。日本語の話を読めるようになりたい。いいですね。
Nice. I want to become able to read Japanese stories. Perfect. Sentak, thanks for the comment the other earlier today. Was that today or yesterday?
Banana
I will get up a new version of the bonus sentences video. Tomorrow, hopefully. So, bananas cut off and America hito.
そう本当ごめん何やってんだよ私
Yuki's a little embarrassed. That was her job.
もうやだね
大丈夫 I should have caught it on the edit. Thank you for the precision. I always get confused with several words that look the same. It can be very, very confusing for sure. All right, guys, the next question for this section is tell us about something you started doing regularly. So, for example, let's read mine and then we'll read the other sentences.
はい。大学の時にコーヒーを飲むようになった。
I started to drink coffee regularly when I was in college. So, when you don't use the potential form, instead you use the dictionary form, it means that you started doing something regularly that you didn't do before. So I want you to tell us about something that you started doing regularly that you didn't do previously. So it doesn't have to be recently if you didn't start doing anything recently. Just tell us a quick little story about, when you started to do something new regularly. So for me, I started to drink coffee regularly when I was in college. Looks like we have some answers to the last section, so I'll have Yuki read those out quick.
はい。
Adi.
はい。彼女とたくさん日本語で会話できるようになりたい。楽しそうなやつだよこれ。
Excellent. I want to become able to have lots of. I want to be able to. I want to become able to speak lots of Japanese with my girlfriend. Nice.
もう日本人の彼女ってこと
もちろんでしょ何はい、and Mariana
はい、すいません、
照れてるね、
ちょっと興奮しちゃって日本の野良猫と仲良くなるために日本語を話せるようになりたい。これ私もなんですよ、マジで。
I want so that I want to become able to speak Japanese so that I can speak with lots of Japanese stray cats or so that I can become friends with Japanese stray cats. Nice. Question, can this be used with the formal form? Can't tell if it's casual or formal. You can make the final naru formal. So you could say, for example, in my sentence, you could say, 大学の時にコーヒーを飲むようになりました. And that would put it in the polite tense, into more formal, make it a little bit more formal. But you cannot say, 大学の時にコーヒーを飲みますようになった. You cannot say that, so no. The final verb, the naru, will determine the politeness and the tense.
あとあれだね、飲むとか食べるはhonorificになるよね。いただくようになりました。
はいはいはい。You can do that, but that's not necessarily conjugating or anything. They're completely different verbs. You can use honorific verbs. You can use honorific verbs like いただく and stuff like that. 召し上がる召し上がるは違うんだね。いただくとか。You can use, yeah.
自分が飲むのはいただく。
Honorifics in there to make it very humble. Yeah. So that would be that case. And then, so 大学の時にコーヒーをいただくようになりました。かな。You could say. But yeah, you're not gonna put 飲みます or anything like that. おはようございます。じゃはやら。How's it going?
おはようございます。
そうです。Come to Japan.
はい。15年前から毎日日本語を話すようになった。すごっ。
Nice. I started to speak Japanese regularly from 15 years ago. Nice. You're welcome, Felipe. Michael.
はい。ほぼ去年学年の始まり頃から暗記というアプリを使うようになった。全部の科目のカードを作るのが一苦労だけどさ。笑。確かにね。
大変だよね。
それ全部の科目やってんの。
I started to regularly use the application Anki from last year, from the beginning of last year's grade, kind of. And 全部の科目のカードを作るのが一苦労だけど、it's a little bit, it's difficult or exhausting to make cards for every single subject though.
やばいね。
Anyway, good sense.
すごいね。私フォトシンセシスくらいしかさわかんねえのに。はい。毎日描くようになった。いいね。
絵を描く。I started to regularly draw every day. Nice. All right.
いいね。
Very good. Oops. All right, I'll give you a couple more minutes since a few people just trickled in to answer this question, and then we'll move on to the next section.
すごい。全部の科目のカードをさ。
まあでもあればね、楽。
お10年前に毎日ギターを弾くようになった。
すごい。I started to play guitar regularly every day from 10 years ago. I started to play guitar every single day from 10 years ago. Nice. So you must be pretty good.
ね。
All right. Our next section was make a point of or make sure to do with ようにする. So make a point of doing something. It doesn't necessarily mean you are succeeding at it. It just means that you're trying to make an effort to do these things. Dictionary form plus ようにする. Or short negative, you're making an effort to not do something. ようにする, or you will make a point of doing something. That's what I should point out. You will make a point. You are making a point of doing something right now with ようにしている. So dictionary form ようにしている. I'm making a point of doing something but not necessarily succeeding. Or ないようにしている means I'm making an effort to not do something. Whereas with ようにする, it's I will make an effort to do or not do something. So our first question time for this section was, what is something you're making an effort to do regularly? している方ね。
毎日勉強するようにしています。
I'm making an effort to study every day. Rillarin. Hey, Andy and Yuki, just popping in to say hi. I wanted to let you know I'm glad you have PayPal available on your website now. I'll transfer next month. Glad to hear it. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And thanks for stopping in to say hello. Sorry it took so long to get the PayPal set up. I wasn't sure how to go about it exactly. I was having troubles with the American one, so I ended up making a PayPal account in Japan, and that worked out fine. All right. Did I miss? It looks like Adi has a sentence. All right.
はい。日本に来た時にタバコを吸うようになった。
Oh my god.
おろろろろろ。
I started to smoke
安かったのかなこれは。
when I came to Japan. I stopped smoking when I came to Japan. I smoked before I came here. I stopped for 2 years after I was here for 2 months or so. For 2 years. And then I started again. And then I quit again. And then I started again. And then I quit again and I started again. And then when I left Japan, I was vaping. And then when I came back to Japan, I smoked for a couple months again. And it's been 2 years and 1 month since I quit last. Yay! はい、夏。はい。
どういうことだこれ。夏
の時かな。
そっか、夏の時か。夏の時に、夏の時かな。
夏にかな。
はい。夏に運動できるようになった。どういうこと夏じゃない時は運動できてなかったってこと？この前の
夏ってことじゃないの？今年の夏ってことじゃない？
夏に運動できるようになった。夏以外の季節は運動できてないってこと？
できるようになったってこと。
あ、夏は運動できなかったってこと。
違う。今年の夏に運動できるようになったってこと。その前はできなかったのに。
そうなんだ。
夏になったらできるようになったってことじゃない。
あ、外に出れるってこと？
I don't know. Yuki's very confused about your sentence syntax. She isn't sure if you mean that you can only exercise in summer, which I don't think you mean. What I think you mean is that when it became summer, you became able to exercise. I don't know if that means you couldn't before because it was too cold out or what. It's supposed to be in the summer, I'm starting to exercise. Ah, okay. So is that for the new section then?
Ah! にする
Okay,
か
okay.
な。
So this is ようにしている for this section. So 夏に and that'll actually be for the next question. So you're probably going to want to save that one for the next one because that's what you will be doing. This is something you are making an effort to do with している. So but I'll just give you what you would want to say there. You'd want to say 夏になったらかな。夏になったら運動をするようにします。So when it becomes summer, I will make an effort to exercise. So 夏になったら運動をするようにします or するようにする would also be fine, but that would be your sentence there. All right, Pitovnikov.
はい。毎日歯磨きするようにしています。Me too!
I hope so.
あと木がいるね。その歯磨きが。
So you need I see. You need the word き after that. So 歯磨きね。歯磨き。歯磨き is the word you're looking for there. 歯磨き you need the key that shows up after it. 歯磨きするようにしています。Lynn sentence.
はい。
毎
日本のページを読むようにしています。
本を1ページをかな。
なるほど。
I'm assuming you mean one page, right? So 本を1ページを読むようにしています。So I'm assuming 本を1ペー
ジの後のをいらないかも。本を1ページ読むようにしています。だから
本1ページを読むようにしています。でもいいよね。
をいらないと思う。はい、
本を1ページ読むようにしています。Is I'm assuming what you're trying to say.
ごめんね、超複雑。この1ページ読むが一つのバーブセクション。
はいはいはい。
だからそこはをがいらないかな。だから2ページ読むのでもいい。
はい。フィリペ。
はい。フェリペ。毎朝ワニカニを復習するようにしています。すげ
え。Nice, perfect. ワニカニを毎日しないともう絶望的なので毎日しなきゃ。I am making an effort to review my wanikani every day, says Felipe. Nice job. Spay.
平日働くようにしています。えらい。
Very nice. I am making an effort to work on weekdays.
That
was supposed to be the last section. It's fine. I was not confident on my sentence. It was for the last section. I see. Okay. So you just happened to make a sentence that would be perfect for the next question. Okay. The last one was... Oh, yeah, but no worries. I want to say some pages and not a whole book every day.
じゃあ
数ページかな。
そうだね。
数ページ。
それだ。
is what you want. 数ページ means a few pages or something like that. A couple pages, few pages. It could be either of those. 数ね。It's long 数ページ。
はい。いいね。
is how that says. Alright, Michael.
はい。するようにすると使ったら本当にしているというわけでは限らないですよね。ようにすると言ってもしていない可能性があるってこと？していないなるほど。
していない
可能性があるってこと？
Correct.
そうだね。長期的にやってるから必ず毎日じゃないかな。
ことにしている is more
決めてるだけだからね、自分の気持ちで。
ことにしている is more I'm doing it. You made a firm decision to do something would be ことにしている, which is what we covered it in Genki 2 towards the end of Genki 2. And it's actually I just saw that it's actually in Quartet Lesson 2 as well. So we'll be going over it a little bit again. It looks like. But yeah, ことにしている. So for example, 毎日勉強することにしている would mean that I made a decision to study every day and I'm doing it. Whereas ようにしている means that you're making an effort to do it. You're doing the best you can, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you are doing it. So correct, Michael. Didn't even finish Genki 2, just here to say hi. Thanks for stopping by, Devere. It's good to see ya. Question. After the grammar reviews, we are supposed to do the readings in Quartet workbook, etc., etc. Yeah, so do I still have the website open? I do. So let's go ahead and bring this up just to sort of give you an idea of what my thought process is behind it. I would personally, so if we went to Quartet, I would personally, if you're not a member, it doesn't matter. This is just the order that I would do the book, even if I was doing it myself. So I would go over the vocabulary first, and I'd probably put them in an Anki deck. There is an Anki deck here if you are a member of the site. You can take a look right here in case you haven't yet. We've got instructions on how to set it up. And yeah, but you can make your own Anki deck if you're not a member. That's not a problem. I'd put them all in an Anki deck, study the vocabulary from the lesson, then go over the grammar maybe. I might at this point try to read the readings on my own already, but you may want to go over the grammar stream first and the grammar in the book. Then I would do the readings. Yes, I'd go over the readings 1 or 2 times each, try to nail down any points you don't understand. And then after each reading, so between each reading, I would do the workbook for that reading section. Then go back to the next reading, then do the workbook for that reading section. Next is the writing section, and it's totally optional. I don't think that most people are going to do the writing section, but some people may want to. Don't feel like it's required, but I would recommend reading what's in the writing section because it's another free reading section you can do. Next, I do recommend trying to get an iTalk iTutor or a tutor, just someone to speak with, a Japanese person to speak with, to do the speaking exercises in the book. If you don't want to do the speaking exercises in the book, that's fine. But if you can find a teacher who will use those speaking exercises, or if you can use them to sort of get the conversation going, that would be great. And then do the listening sections, of course. I should actually add a listening section to the website just to make that more complete. But that is what I would recommend doing. 選択。
めっちゃできるね、なんか。はい。毎朝おいしい朝食を作るようにしています。いいね。
Nice. I'm making an effort to make delicious breakfast every morning. Devere, I didn't either, but I'm still trying to follow here. It's not too bad, right? The grammar in Quartet, in the beginning at least, is not extremely difficult. When we jump into later in this book and Quartet 2, it shoots up in level, so you may find yourself at a loss. You'll be fine. Thanks, coming to Japan, Dan. Question time, Michael.
ありがとう。はい。毎日宿題のなんて読む1、2つ1つ2つを終えるようにしている。1、2個かな
？1、2個だね。1、2個。
そう、1つ2つと数えられないんですよね。
So there's actually very specific ways that you need to say 1 or 2 or 2 or 3 or 3 or 4. And I've seen people get I've seen Japanese teachers get mad at other Japanese teachers for saying it the wrong way. So instead of saying what is it? 3、4, they said 3、4, 4、5, 4、5, 4、5. 4、5 is the right one, でしょ? 4、5個, 4、5個, 4 or 5. So someone said 4、5個, and the teacher got very angry at that person because they need to say 4、5個. お前は日本人だからもう正しいやつ使いなさいとかって言ってて。He said, you're a Japanese person, so say the right thing, is what the guy got angry about. The guy wasn't a nice person, so you don't really have to worry about it that much. But just know that there is a correct way to say numbers like 1 or 2 or 2 or 3 or 3 or 4. まあこんなに上手くなってる人はそこぐらいは気にすると思うんだよ。
うまいからすげえ。
だってそこまで上手くなったのはそこまでは気にしてるってことじゃない。
まあそう。そこだけじゃなくて、だってさ、もう今の日本人、4と4って多分両方同じぐらいのさ、ね、頻度で使うじゃないですか。もう4、5、まあちょっと変だけど。
俺変だと思う。2、3、3、4、3、4、3、4。
そんなに怒る必 よ、ある。
3434?
34。
34だよね。So you wouldn't say 34, you would say 34. You wouldn't say 45, you would say 45. 56, 56, 67, 67?
67、あ、7はどっちもいいと思う。
Either one is fine for those. Anyway, just keep in mind.
67個の方が。
1、2個 is what you would need to say if you're going to say 1 or 2. All right.
さすが優等生。
On to the next one. What is something you're going to make a point of doing soon? Sentak, this is the perfect opportunity for you to pull out that sentence from before. My sentence was?
はい。はい。毎日勉強するようにします。
I will make an effort to study every day. And this implies that I was not doing that thing before. So I'm making an effort to do something sort of new that I wasn't doing before. That's what yo ni shimasu is implying here. Once again, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to succeed. It just means I'm going to do my best to do this thing. So 毎日勉強するようにします. I will make an effort to study every day. So what's something you're going to make a point of doing soon?
あ、でも毎日やんなきゃいけないのこれ。
どういうこと誰が
なんかなるべくとかじゃダメなの。
誰が
私。
あなたは好きなことにしていいよ。
あ、そう。じゃあなんか言う。
だって勉強するとかじゃなくていいじゃん。じゃあ Yuki's gonna come up with her own sentence.
なるべくでもいいの？
なんでもいい。
はい、じゃあなるべくレシピをフォローするようにします。
嘘だろ。嘘でしょ。絶対嘘。Definitely a lie. Yuki said she's going to do her best. なるべく。なるべく。レシピだけこれ、レシピをフォロー、するようにします is what she said. Which means she's going to make an effort to follow recipes as best she can. She's going to make that effort. No, she won't. She has an aversion to recipes.
I will.
She's a good cook. Just hates recipes.
違うよ。
I don't know why.
そんなことないよ。
そんなことあるでしょ。
読むのめんどっちいだけ。
はいはいはい。フォローするのがめんどっちいしね。
はい。
タイマーするのが。
洗濯のやつだね。
リン
洗濯だよね。はい。毎日運動するようにします。
はい。
かわいいですね。
します。Nice. And Lin. I will make an effort to exercise every day and just want to point out just in case. I know it's probably just a typo, but しますね。not します。
リンと同じだ。リンも、毎日運動するようにします。
Same sentence. I am going to make an effort to exercise every day. I like the fast I heard follow in that. Oh, nice. I'm glad to hear it. そのうちに。はい。
そのうちにドイツ語を勉強するようにします。すごい。日本語もやってるのにドイツ語もやっちゃうの。
One of these days or sooner or later, I'm going to make it a point to study German. Nice. What level do you want to get it at Japanese before you switch over to German? Or are you going to do them both at the same time?
美徳結構できるしね。
そうだね。できるよね。
さすがだぜ、マジで。バク転できるとさ、そのいろんなこともできちゃうの、言葉的なやつ。
早寝、あ、はい、はい。
はい。早寝をするようにします。ヘルシーですね。
I'm going to make an effort to sleep early every day. I had the German exam the other day. I just have to refresh. Oh, right. I forgot you're studying German in school. Forgot about that.
あ、そうなんだ。はい。毎日お酒を飲むようにします。あら
All right, go for it. I'm going to make an effort to drink alcohol every day.
あら、それ私のダイアログのあれみたいじゃない？
That's true. I believe that showed up right here.
ほら、
もっと飲むようにする。あ、これからもっと飲むようにしたい。I want to make an effort to drink more from now on. That was Yuki's line right there.
ね。
Nice. Oops. I'm typing on an iPad touchscreen keyboard. This is not fun. Sorry for the mistakes. No worries. I just want to make sure. Because sometimes people don't know that it's a mistake, and I figured it was a typo, but just to make sure. But yeah, typing in an iPad keyboard can be messy. No worries, it's fine.
でも可愛いからね。
Wara says JA. Question time. 毎日。
はい。毎日散歩するようにします。
はい。I'm going to make an effort to go for a walk every day, or walk for pleasure every day. Go for a stroll every day. All right, our next section is according to. Is it already? It's already according to? Okay. It's already according to with によると. によると needs to be combined, generally speaking, with そうです, そうだ, or らしい, which means apparently. そうだ is when you're basically quoting exactly what someone said or just pointing out exactly what you heard. らしい may be the same. It might be exactly what you heard, but it also might have some of your opinions along with it. So によると points out exactly where you heard it to specify exactly the place that you heard it from. For example, 天気予報によると、明日は大雨だそうです. According to the weather forecast, it appears that tomorrow will be heavy rain. So our first question time for this is, tell me some news you heard recently and where you heard it from. So my sentence was?
はい。まあ私が言ったら意味ないんですけどね。まあニュースによるとですよね。
そうだね。ニュースによるとでいいよ。
はい。ニュースによると、日本の消費税は 15% まで上がるそうです。
According to the news, or according to Yuki, it appears that Japan's consumption tax will rise to 15%. Lena says, I have to go now, but thanks for the stream. I'll check out the video later. Good work to everyone who participates. It's great to follow, even if I'm not making my own sentences at the moment. Thanks for stopping by, Lena, and thanks for the encouragement. Have a good day. So. Have a good day. ありがとう. Q time. I've just started with Boom Pro on my phone, and I have to say, I hate using the Japanese keyboard. If you're not using this keyboard yet, let's see, how can I get it to pop up easily? Let's go here.
LINE?
We'll go to, I guess I shouldn't respond to this one. We'll go to Echiku. So if see this little keyboard, oh, it's a mess. So you touch one, and then you slide right or left or up or down. Let's just pop it over to here. Like that. And sliding up and down, just pick which character. And then you can just auto pick the word that pops up, the correct word that pops up. So I accidentally wrote furu, and now I can automatically pick furu, the kanji furu, which means to rain. It's much, much easier than the Romaji keyboard on any phone. So I highly recommend switching to that, getting used to it. There's a bunch of games, like apps out there that are games that help you get used to it. I strongly recommend learning to use that because it's a million times easier and faster than, not a million, but I find it significantly easier and faster than a Romaji keyboard. So keep that in mind. Michael.
Hi. 授業の配信、これ私かな、授業の配信より練習の配信が早くていいと思う。ありがとうございます。
授業の配信より
感想だよ。
練習の
あれ普通のストリームよりプラクティスの方が早くていいと思う。
そうだね。そういうことね。So the practice stream is faster than the regular stream, and that's better. なんか私たちが反応してるのが早いってことかな、設定的には。それもあるけどね。すぐテクニカルの方も早くしてある。そう。I don't know if you're talking about how the stream is just faster to be finished, or if you're talking about this time between us answering questions, and in this one and the other one. I put on the stream settings, I put low latency for the regular streams and ultra low latency for these so that we can answer the question immediately. So if that's what you're talking about, maybe that's why. Because it's ultra low latency is a little less reliable. So if I were to lose the stream during one of the lessons, then I lose that part of the lesson, which is a problem. The practice streams, people don't watch them so often on replay, so I don't mind if we lose a little portion of it. If you are watching this on replay, let us know down in the comments by typing boom or bananas. Either way. If you're still watching in chat, throw some banana emoji in there too. Booms or bananas. Yeah, that's what I'm using. Oh, nice. It's probably just getting used to it. Yeah, I highly recommend picking up one of the apps out there that there's games that help you get used to it. And I played that game for like a week and I was a pro with it after that. If anyone can recommend any of those keypad games on iOS, I would appreciate it. Yeah, the one I did was 8 or 9 years ago, so I highly doubt it exists still. But if anyone has one, let us know. 答えじゃないんです。すみません。No worries. ニュースによると。はい。
ねえ、私映ってない方途中から。
あ、そっか。
まあいいけどね。まあいいけどねとか言って。はい。美徳のやつだよね。
そう。
はい。ニュースによると、これなんて読むの？ウェフェ。
ウェファ。
ウェファ。ウェファ
ユーロ2020。
あ、ウェファユーロ2020が始まったそうです。
いいね。According to the news, the UEFA Euro 2020 started. サッカートーナメント、そう。サッカー大会なの。ヨーロの。
やべえ、私知らない。ウェフェとか言って恥ずかしいね。はい。同僚によると、会社で夏に会社員をないらしい。皆さん休みます。
いないらしいじゃない？同僚によると、
会社で夏に会社員をないらしい。
いないらしいかな。
会社員がいないらしい。
じゃない。皆さんは休みます。
なるほどね。
はい、そう、同僚によると、that part's fine.
会社
夏になると
夏休みに入っちゃうってことだよね、みんな。
かな。Do you mean that there's gonna be a summer vacation? でもそれは関係なくあるデータによると夏になるとでいいんじゃない？なるとなったら。
でも夏にだけでいいと思うよ。
夏にじゃあ夏に
会社に
人がいないらしいでいいんじゃない？
会社員ってことはフルタイムの人がいないってこと？
人がいないんじゃない？
人がいないのかな？
Do you mean that people in general, like all of the people working at the company will not be there? Or do you mean just the full-time people will not be there? If you mean just the full-time people will not be there, then 会社員でもそういう分け方はいないと思う。社員がいないらしい。
正社員ね。
皆さんが休みますから
皆さんが
休みますから。No worries. We're just trying to get it perfect. We can make it easier or harder depending on what you mean by the other part. So I just put in the correct sentence there. 同僚によると、夏に会社に社員がいないらしい。皆さんが休みますから。So, if you mean that no employees, even part-time employees will be there, you could just say 人 instead of 社員。人がいないらしい。Like if nobody's going to be there. If you mean that you'll be there as a part-time employee or something, but the full-time employees won't be there, then something like 社員 you could say 社員がいないらしい. So the full-timers aren't going to be here over the summer. It's just going to be us, man. Something like that, then you would want to use 社員. Otherwise, you could just say 人. Lots of bananas all over the place. Jahaira and Sentak. I'll try and find some because I recommend them all the time, but I never have an answer for anyone on what's good. And I'll throw it up somewhere. Maybe I'll make a short video or something recommending them because they are useful. And thanks for the bananas, everyone. Hi, Felipe.
はい、ありがとうございます。アンディさんによると、コーテット2難しくなります。そう、コーテット2は、
Quartet 2は難しくなります。Yes, it gets pretty difficult.
怖いね、やだな。
Yeah, it'll be fine. No problem. You guys will be fine. According to Andy, Quartet 2 is going to be difficult. Wa particle after Quartet 2. All right, Michael.
はい。 マイコあ、本当だ、マイコ。ごめん。天気予報によると、天気がやがて寒くなってくるらしい。そうなの？そうなの？
It's gonna get cold down there? Really? いやいや、だって南、そう、南だよ、南。
あ、そっか。
フィリピンだっけ？
でもフィリピンって冬あるの？
ないんじゃない？ Do you have winter down there?
ないよね、多分。
I don't know.
あれじゃない？
願って今、just maybe cooler than it is right now ってことかな。Maybe.
そういうこと。
Alright, nice. So the next one is Tell me the weather tomorrow and where you heard it. So for us.
はい。天気予報によると、明日は大変暑くなるそうです。
According to the weather forecast, tomorrow it will become hot. Very hot. I didn't put very. Tomorrow it will be very hot, but not really. I think it's going to rain tomorrow again. Today was also... はい。本当は天気予報によると、明日はたくさん雨が降るそうです。
こりゃ梅雨じゃねえかな。
We're finally into the rainy season, maybe? Although we had like an early rainy season before, but it looks like yeah, there's going to be lots of rain.
あ、じゃあ梅雨じゃないですかね。
Clouds and rain for many days. Oh well. We don't have winter, but it's about time for rainy season. Gotcha. Looks like we're going to get rainy season too.
だってってことは日本もレイニーシーズンになっちゃうんじゃない？
そうだね。
はい。
これから。
レイニーシーズンになっちゃうんだね。
If only, I guess it's a little bit cooler. It's still going to be in like upper 20s though.
ムシムシで
Humid and wet.
ね、もう嫌だよね。こういうフォギーなベールをこうやってもう服のようにつける。
Sticky. あ、ピトーブネカ。
はい。あ、窓と僕の瞳によるとちょっと寒くなるそうです。すげえその瞳
すごい能力。それピトーブネカブの天気予報の瞳。
すごい。
According to my window and my eyes or my eyeballs, it's gonna get a little cold.
すんげえ。
Apparently, says Pitovnikov. All right.
すごい。
Fair enough.
やっぱりその辺の人たちは超能力を持ってるのかな。
そういうことか。超能力者。
そう、超能力を持ってる。
超能力持ってるんだ。Psychokinesis, psychic.
すごいね。
うん
まあね、私もねできるよ。この風の匂いでもう少しで雨が降るかもみたいな。
まあそれはわかるだろう。大体はい。
そうです。
リン。
はい。Google によると明日はフランスは暑いそうです。はかな。
明日フランスは暑いそうです。
そこはがない。
明日フランスは
すいません。そう。
暑いそうです。
まあ、ではでもいいんだけどね。でも
I noticed a few
やってないんだよね。
フランスでは、明日フランスでは would be fine, yeah.
でもではやってないんだよね。
I don't remember. フランスでは、暑いそうです。そうです。そうだね。フランスでは暑いそうです。Nice. Yeah, so you can just move that wa to after the day there. And you don't need it after the 明日。明日、フランスでは暑いそうです。はい。OK。マイケル。
はい。夏の最高気温が43度あってたまらなくて寒くなるように願ってます。43度？やばいね。それヒューミディティはどのぐらいあるの
？Yeah, it's pretty humid too, isn't it? What's the humidity? Like 43 degrees and zero humidity is bearable, but 43 degrees with any humidity, you might as well just give up.
ヒューミディティいくつ？
今日は結構高いね。Our room right now is 55% humidity, 27 degrees, 26, 27 degrees.
いい感じ。だけど、
It's too humid for me.
80% とかになっちゃうね。
Q time!
はい。天気のアプリによると、明日はベラルーシで雨降るそうです。雨降る？
Candy is gonna rain tomorrow. 雨が降るそうです。So you wanna say
そのエリアはさ、
hard candy is gonna rain. そうだね。天気のアプリ is fine. That's fine. によると、明日ベルルシではベルルシでは雨が降るそうです。No worries, no worries. We know. はい、Qタイム。
はい。フェリペだよね。ベラルーシ、雨降るさん。はい。私のフィートによると、もう寒くなります。どういうこと？足が寒がってるってこと？
By feet, do you mean 足 Like your feet? 私のフィートによると、もう寒くなります。It's already gonna become cold.
靴下履いて靴下。
Yuki said put on socks. Michael says 雨が降るといい。I hope that candy does fall. Me too. Google によると、はい。
Google によると、明日はちょっとだけ今日より寒くなるはずです。
I expect that it will become cooler or colder than it is today, according to Google. I think what you're going to want because I don't think the Philippines are ever cold. You might want to use you want to use 涼しい。涼しい she is the 涼しくなる。
まあね。
そうです。For example. Yeah, that just means cooler. It doesn't mean that it like if you say 寒くなるはずです、it means you expect that it's going to become cold. But what you want to say is you expect that it's going to become cooler. So you go with 涼しい。涼しい。There you go.
Cold になることは
It's probably never cold.
は現実的だね。かわいそうに。願ってんのにみんな。
願ってるのにね。
願ってるのにね。
So yeah, one thing we should point out here is that if you're going to put the location, you'll drop the wa after 明日. Not drop it, you just won't use it. You'll move that to after the location and de. So 明日 location では and then the type of weather it's going to be. So that's sort of, I don't know if we covered that in Genki or not, but just know that that's sort of the case. Looks like a few people had a problem with that, and I actually messed it up too. I just put wa after the location, but 明日 location 場所 I'll just put 場所 明日場所では天気 that's sort of the format. 明日場所では天気 is what you'll want to go with if you're explaining what the weather's going to be like. Excuse me, in a specific location. And that brings us to the end, guys. Thumbs up を攻撃してください。チャンネル登録お願いします。Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already and hit the bell so that you know when these live streams go live in the future. Next week is lesson 2, part 1 of Quartet. I'm excited for it. I hope you are too. And we still got a lot of work to do on it though. So hopefully I can finish it in time. Oh, we got one more sentence here before we get it.
アレクサによると明日ニューヨークでは雷雨があります。サンダーストームですね。
Thunderstorm. Nice. We don't get that many thunderstorms here. Sometimes. We get a few. Not like in New York and New Jersey though. We get some bangers in New Jersey. I'm so slow. No worries, no worries. It's fine, it's fine. 先生ありがとうございます。こちらこそありがとうございました。お疲れ様でした。
ありがとうございます。
Nah, you're fine, Jahara. No worries. All right. Good job, guys.
でも私も雨降る地域に行きたいよね。
Yes, I do too, Jahara. I was terrified of them when I was a child, but I like them now. Although they can be dangerous. 全然違う話してた。そうそうそう。
全然違う話してた。
Thank you, Sentak. Appreciate it.
ありがとう、Sentak.
Thank you all for coming tonight. I know I was a little bit low energy. I was feeling pretty down before the stream, but you guys helped me get a little bit back up, so thank you for that.
そう、 バナナを取り戻さないとね。
そう。Bananas help.
ね、バナナを取り戻さないと。
Japanese Slangs and Idioms 101おやすみなさい。ありがとうございます。いつも。
はい、ありがとうございます。
来てくれてありがとうございます。皆さんお疲れ様でした。Thank you very much, guys. Have a great night. We're going to pop out for tonight because tomorrow's work, but I hope you guys have a great week.
Gracias.
Gracias. And we'll see you next week for more Quartet.
ね、もうレッスン2だね。
そうそう。Oh,
はい。
did I release the stream cut? I did. I released it yesterday. Okay, we're good to go. Sweet. Okay. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a good night. Bye bye.
はい、ありがとう。バイバイ。また来週。
また来週 See you 日本語を喋れるようになりたいのか Hold up, hold up, hold up We already did this We already talked about how you can use our Genki 1 and 2 and now Quartet course to improve your Japanese じゃあこれは何のため We're moving また引っ越す No, we're transitioning from Patreon to ToKiniAndy.com なんで Lookなるほど。新しいやつの方が綺麗だね。Exactly. It's easier to access, it looks better, it's easier to add new content to old lessons. I'm super excited for it.
私も出てるよ。これからよろしくお願いします。
Come join us on ToKiniAndy.com today and kickstart your Japanese learning experience. You'll have bonus grammar sentence videos, textbook practice videos, listening and shadowing videos, vocabulary videos, tests, and you'll be able to track your progress through fully structured lesson plans. Hope to see you there. よろしくね。I'll say bye. See you, Michael. Sorry we left while you're out. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye, says Yuki.